I grew up playing football, basketball, and baseball, my whole life. And for some reason, I knew baseball was, my ticket. That's what my dream was as a little kid. Everyone wants to dream of playing in the major leagues, pitching in the World Series, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, 2 outs. That's what you work for your whole entire life. As a kid, you looked up to, Major League Baseball players. And I knew, like I said, at age of 7, I knew I wanted to play baseball. That's what, I was put on this earth to do. Baseball was my first love. It was the first thing, that's what my life consumed of. I didn't really have a normal childhood, I guess. Friday after school, me and my dad would pack up and head to, if it was Florida or Oklahoma or, somewhere in Texas. We would park the motorhome in the parking lot at the baseball field, and we would stay there all weekend. Looking back, my dad, he was everything to me. He's one that deserves, if not more credit than I do for everything that I've accomplished on the baseball field. I wouldn't have, be where I am today without him. I played football and basketball, and those were fun. But I knew going into high school, we ended up, my sophomore year, made it to the state championship, and I pitched in the state championship game. And long story short, we lost that game. I pitched a horrible game. It was really, it was heartbreaking. That's what it was. And looking back at it, that was probably the first time I truly failed. Traveling around, trying to get a scholarship, trying to play at that, top D1 school. And honestly, I wasn't recruited until late in my junior year. Everyone I knew kind of around, people I've been growing up, they already committed to, big time colleges, and I'm sitting here thinking, what do I got to do? And next year, we end up making it back to the state championship. And I pitched the state championship game my junior year, and we end up winning. And from going, to the lowest point, losing sophomore year, to being, on top of the world, it's just crazy what happens in 1 year. Once when the phone calls started coming in, Texas A&M, TCU, Arizona State, Mississippi State. But the goal wasn't, to play in college. The goal was to make it to the major leagues and play professional ball. So really my senior year was me working towards a draft, getting drafted.
The Atlanta Braves select A.J. Minter, left-handed pitcher from Texas A&M University, College Station.
At number 75, John Hart and company take a Texas A&M hurler.
He's got some track record.
A&M has thrived. A.J. Minter off the board.
This is a guy who's had some success at A&M in the past, and maybe you have a future starter on your hands.
My name is A.J. Minter from Tyler, Texas, and I'm a left-handed pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. When I'm pitching on the mound, and I'm staring, I'm picking out a small target on that mitt. I'm not looking at the whole mitt. I'm picking out something, a single thread that's coming off that mitt. And when I get my sign from the catcher, come set, I always take just a deep breath. I think a lot of that goes along with hunting. Whenever I pull that gun up on my shoulder, I'm doing the same thing. I'm looking in, finding my target, picking out a small target on that bird. And the old saying is, aim small, miss small. Duck hunting, it's that brotherhood, because those are my teammates. It's a team effort. And those are the guys that I'm gonna pick to, go to war with. It's a lot of similarities with baseball, and because, you put all this hard work together and you're trying to achieve this, you're fighting back between, opponent and, birds. It's awesome to be a part of, and it's all about paying attention to the little things and trying to, accomplish something together. It's crazy to think about, but you can do so many things right and still fail, and that game will humble you really quickly.